Thank you very much for coming. All right. I'm here to give a brief update on the awful floods we have seen in Nepal and Tibet, horrific images that Australians have seen overnight, and as I said this morning, the loss of life and the scale of the destruction is devastating. I wanted to say first, our thoughts and condolences with those who have lost loved ones and those whose loved ones are missing, and to all affected by this disaster. I wanted to give an update which confirms what the Prime Minister has said. We, to date, understand that at least 34 Australians are amongst those missing. We understand these Australians were part of separate pilgrimage and tour groups. I'm not in a position to provide any further details about them at this stage. The government's priority is to confirm the whereabouts and welfare of these Australians, and DFAT officials in Nepal and also China are seeking to do that. Obviously the situation is a difficult one. I've spoken this morning to the Ambassador for Australia to Nepal, Simon Ernst, and I have also spoken to Scott Dewar, our Ambassador in Beijing. I've conveyed to them our support, my request that they do everything they are able to ascertain the whereabouts and welfare of any Australians, and invited them to contact me if they need further assistance. We are currently deploying further DFAT personnel, including crisis response experts, to the region. I've asked DFAT to ensure that we do provide the support needed to these posts, particularly our post in Nepal. The department will continue to engage with local authorities and tour operators. I would say this: I'm sure there are many Australians who are very concerned about friends or family who may be in this region. I would say to you at this stage, access and information are very limited given the scale of disaster. We will do our best to ascertain whatever information we can. We are urgently seeking to confirm the welfare and whereabouts of Australians, and we will be in touch with their loved ones as soon as we have any confirmed information that we can share. We are coordinating with the Nepalese government, the UN, the Red Cross and other organisations on the humanitarian response, and I will have more to say about that in the coming days. First, to Australians in the area, if you are in the area, can I ask you to follow the advice of local authorities and monitor media. Australians in Nepal and China, please subscribe to Smart Traveller. Australians in need of consular assistance should contact our 24-hour consular emergency centre, 1300 555 135, or +61 262 61 3305 if calling from overseas. If there are Australians in Australia who have friends or family who they believe are in the region, you can provide that information also to those numbers that I have outlined today. They are the Consular Emergency Centre numbers. Our travel advice has obviously been updated to reflect the disaster, and I will continue to provide updates to the Australian community through the media, including when we have more information about the Australians who are unaccounted for. I would say to those friends and families, all Australians are thinking of you at this time, as I know this is a very worrying situation for you all. We are also thinking of the people of Nepal and of China and the diaspora communities in Australia. This is a very distressing time for those community members, particularly those who have family members in the area. I know that the government is in contact with leaders in those communities, and we will continue to update them as directly as we are able when we know more. Obviously, I don't have as much detail as I would like at this stage, but we will update when we can. Happy to take questions now.
Have the families of missing Australians been notified?
I have asked that DFAT engage as far as we are able with the next of kin, but obviously there is, we are still working through that detail.
This is an unfolding emergency, obviously, but do we expect the amount of missing people, especially from Australia, to rise?
I can only outline the numbers that we are aware of to date. Obviously, the numbers of foreign nationals are higher. As yet, we don't have any further information about if there are any more of those who are Australian, but I would say the number is at least 34. Those numbers have been provided, as you have, I think, seen in the media, through tour operators. We will continue to try and ascertain if there are any other Australians who are not accounted for and over and above the 34 that we are aware of.
Is the government planning to provide any aid?
That was what I was referencing in the opening. Obviously, this is a very, very, it's an awful situation. We'll certainly look at what we can do, and we'll liaise with other multilateral organisations such as the Red Cross when we consider that.
Senator, you mentioned the crisis personnel that have been sent over there. Do you have some more details on who has been sent?
No, I don't at this point. I just asked DFAT this morning to ensure we dispatched additional personnel to the region.
Are you aware of the last known location of those Australians within that disaster area?
I'm not in a position to share any of those details.
Were they there visiting some of the significant religious sites?
Well, I think it is. I think it is well known that this area is not only people not only go there for trekking but also for spiritual reasons. So you would anticipate that the foreign nationals who were in the region would have been there for a variety of those reasons.
How many calls has DFAT switchboard received?
I don't have the number to date, but I would anticipate, obviously, people who have family or friends in the region will be wanting to contact us, and you know, I have asked that be enabled and information be gained, so that we have not only the information coming in from Nepal but also from Australia about who's in the region.
Is there a breakdown at all from whereabouts in Australia these people are from?
I don't have that at this stage, and I wouldn't want to do that until we have a bit more information about their whereabouts and their well-being.
Are there any discussions about the Australian Army coming into help?
I think the focus at the moment is to support local authorities. Obviously, this is over. This is in the border region, and I know when I spoke to my ambassador in China, I know you know, the Chinese authorities will be deploying resources. It is quite a remote part of the region, obviously a long way from Beijing, and obviously Nepal is a very mountainous country.
Senator, on another matter, if I may.
Oh, is there anything more on this? Because
maybe just a couple.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
has Nepal made any requests?
Not at this stage. Not at this stage, but I would anticipate that support will be needed. If you look at the footage and the destruction, and we know, you know, this is a country that may not have the resources that will be needed to deal with the recovery by themselves, so they're likely to need a helping hand.
And obviously the footage is disturbing, but how worried are you about the well-being of the missing Australians?
Well, I think I'll worry, like everybody else, about all of them until we know if they're okay.
Sorry, can you just clarify the advice to Australians in Nepal? Is that to contact the embassy?
I think the advice to Australians in Nepal is to make sure they subscribe to Smart Traveller. If they are in need of consular assistance, they can speak to the Consular Emergency Centre, and obviously to follow the advice of local authorities. Sorry, anything more on the
Nepal, yes.
Yes, one. Okay.
The ages, there have been reports that the youngest of the Australians who is 11 years old. Can you confirm that?
I don't. I won't be confirming details of any Australians until we have both ascertained them and also engaged with next of kin. Sorry, last one.
If Australians want to sort of donate financially, is there a way they can do that through a safe?
Look, I don't have any detail to date, but I would say there is often through the Red Cross or one of the other multilateral organisations where there is a disaster of this kind, you often will see an appeal, but that's a matter for the multinational entities. We'll certainly engage with them about that, but I think the first point for us is to try and ascertain Australians' whereabouts and well-being, and secondly, we will look at what government-to-government assistance we can provide in the near future. Right, last one.
Sorry, this is also coming. Those that aren't missing over there, that are from Australia, now you're going to help them that might be stranded over there, get back to Australia?
Well, look, I think at this stage my focus is on those who are missing, and at this stage I think there are still commercial flights available, but obviously the primary focus is to look at, we want to try and make sure we know who is in the region and who is not yet accounted for, and we want to try and ensure we can confirm their welfare and their location. Last one.
Are you able to provide an update on the security treaty with Solomon Islands?
Well, the Prime Minister's tasked foreign ministers to engage in discussion about the way forward with Solomon Islands, and we'll do that.
Is the government planning the refugee intake to 13,750 from the next financial year, and is this a decision of the Cabinet?
Well, I'll comment on Cabinet processes, and I think the Prime Minister's responded to that already. Anything further?
Thanks,
The
guys.
National Conference last month endorsed a resolution committing Labor to maintain the intake of 20,000 refugees a year, with aspirations to go higher. Is this decision a clear breach of that resolution?
It's a long-standing position, and the platform has been for a number of years, and I'll refer you to the Prime Minister's comments earlier today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.